Comfortable cross-legged seated position. If crossing your legs is too uncomfortable, you can kneel, just finding somewhere where you can settle for a moment. Rest the hands on top of the knees and just flick or close your eyes. Stopping to start, slowing down the breath rate. Just allowing the breath to soften. Just beginning to watch as that breath flows in and out of the nose, keeping the mouth closed. And as you begin to watch the breath, it can naturally slow. You begin to find length on the inhale and on the exhale. Using this time at the start of our class just to check in on how we're doing. And using our breath as a tool to slow and to soften. If you're noticing any thoughts coming into the mind, recognizing that that's completely normal. Just imagining those thoughts as little ripples on the top of the ocean. Some of the ripples can be gentle, small lapping waves, thoughts that come and go. And perhaps some of them feel a little bit overwhelming, knocking you over, changing direction. Again, recognizing that that's completely normal. And just returning to your breath, allowing it to flow in and out of the nose. Allowing those thoughts, like the ripples on the ocean, to settle as you draw yourself back out to the sandy beach. And rather than being caught up in these thoughts, allowing yourself some space to draw back, to become an observer. To just settle into your breath. Breathing in and out of the nose. If you practice with an Ujjayi breath, you're welcome to introduce that now, the sound of the ocean. Otherwise, just allowing the breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Keeping your eyes lightly closed, bring your fingertips onto your shoulders and just begin to take some gentle shoulder rolls, releasing out any tension. The breath flowing in and out of the nose. Keeping this gentle, soothing breath. Release the hands back down onto the thighs and raise your right arm up to the sky. Taking it overhead and placing right hand on left ear, gently guiding your right ear to your right shoulder. And just feeling that stretch down the left hand side. You have the option to extend your left fingertips down to the mat if that feels good. And we're not pulling here on that ear, we're just very gently guiding. Returning to your breath, in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, coming back through center, raise both arms up to the sky. Spread the fingers as wide apart as you can, and then scrunch them up into a fist, arms reaching up towards the sky. Opening the fingers, scrunching them in. One more time, opening, lengthen. Exhale, scrunch them in. And this time releasing both hands back down onto the thighs and then sweeping the left arm up to the sky. Taking it overhead, placing it on the right ear, gently guiding left ear to left shoulder. And just as you did on the other side, if you wish, you can extend your right fingertips down onto the mat. Breathing here. On the inhale, returning back through center, take both fingertips behind you, the fingers face away, the thumbs in towards you, sending the chest forward as you draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to suck the belly in, sweep the arms around, draw the chin into the chest, imagining you're holding that giant beach ball, spreading the shoulder blades apart. One more time, keeping the eyes closed, fingertips behind you, chest goes forward, inhale. Exhale, doming the spine, suck the belly in, holding the giant beach ball. Returning back to center. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Close off the lips. Return to that breath in and out through the nose. And in your own time, flicker open your eyes. Just allow them to adjust, allowing that light back in. And then taking your right hand to the outside of the left knee, left fingertips behind. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. Holding steady, breathe in. On the exhale, coming around through center, left hand outside of the right knee, right fingertips behind. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Suck your belly in as you twist, use the core strength. And on the exhale, coming back around through center, uncross your legs and come to a kneeling position with your toes tucked. If it's too uncomfortable on the toes, you can release them down. Sit your bum down onto your heels, holding onto the back of your heels. As you inhale, we're going to raise the bum up, drawing the glutes together, lifting up in the chest. Chin draws to chest. Exhale, slowly does it, release it down. This time as you inhale, you're going to take your right arm with you. So we sweep it up and over, left hand stays on the left ankle. Drop the head back if it's okay on the neck. Exhale, sweeping it down, around and forward. Switching hands, left arm reaches up. Draw the glutes together. If there's any pain in the lower back, carefully bring it down. Draw the glutes together and come back up. Exhale, sweep it down and forward. One more each side. Exhale, bring it down. Bring yourself forward, just tap out your toes, release out any tension there. Coming to find your all four position, spreading your fingers nice and wide underneath the shoulders. Draw that belly button in, strong in the core. Holding steady here. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, gaze goes up, bum in the sky, cat and cow. Exhale, suck that belly in, doming in between the shoulder blades, chin draws to chest. Really trying to exaggerate the movement, taking your time. Belly drops, chest lifts, head goes up, inhale. Exhale, suck that belly in, puff up in between the shoulders, chin draws to chest and tuck your bum under. Taking 3 more rounds in your own time. Use your own breath. When you've done all 3 rounds, coming back to your all fours, tuck your toes, hover your knees, draw in that core nice and strong, really nice. And then slow as you can, keep those heels lifted. Begin to send your bum up and back, sending your belly towards your thighs. Keep your knees bent and see if you can draw your belly onto the thighs. Arms are long and strong. From here, lower the left heel, keep the right heel raised. Don't worry if it doesn't meet the mat. And switch, slow as you can. Building, finding strength by moving slowly. Lengthening the muscles down the back of the leg. Take your time. Then finding stillness here in your first downward dog. As always, heels can be lifted, knees can be bent. The flat back is most important. Holding, finding stillness here. Inhale. As you exhale, stay in your down dog, but just rise high up on your toes, raising your right leg up to the sky. Inhale as high as it can go, toes are pointed. As you exhale, bend that right knee, draw your heel in towards your bum, flex that right foot, holding steady. Inhale, lift that right knee up, the knee stays bent, it's a small movement, inhale. Exhale, hold it steady. Inhale, now extend that right leg. And as you exhale, we level out those hips, square the hips, right leg stays low. Inhale, raise the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend that right knee, draw the heel into the bum. Hold it steady, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, level out the hips. Draw that right knee into the nose, kiss the knee. Send it away. Bend the right knee, keep it open, high up on those left tiptoes. Exhale, option to step it back, flip your dog. Reaching the arm back behind you. You can tickle the ground with your fingers if you wish, or just reach it back. Exhale, slowly does it. Raise that right knee, stepping to the front of the mat as slow as you can. Right arm is lifted. Exhale, drop the back left knee. Raising up, clasping the hands, placing them onto the right thigh as you bend into that front right knee, opening up in the central part of the body. Deep breath in. Keep drawing that right knee forward. Exhale. Inhale, release the fingers. Straighten that right leg. Keeping the foot flat down on the ground. Draw the right glute back. Breathing in. As you exhale this time, send the toes up to the sky and sit your bum down, releasing out the back toes. Just take a moment to wiggle it out, finding some comfortable position here. If it feels a bit too much, you can take that that left foot out further to the left-hand side. From here, take your fingers either side. This may be enough. If not, inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. Check that your right toes are facing up towards the sky. Lift, lengthen. Exhale, begin to draw the belly down to the thighs. You send the chest forward towards the right big toe. You don't need to come very far. Keep both glutes down onto the mat. If they're lifting up, draw the arms back. If you've got a little more space, begin to send it forward. Maybe even holding on to that right foot, ankle, thigh, whatever it may be, keeping the chest open. Deep breath in. On the exhale, maybe you can go a little further. Remembering this is early in our practice, you don't need to go too far. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, place the hands down onto the mat, bringing yourself forward so you come via that left knee bending down. And then we're going to come straight into our standing splits, keeping the right knee bent and the left knee bent. Begin to fold it forward, keep both knees bent. This will allow you to go a little bit further. Fingertips on the mat. And then you can begin, when you got your chest towards that right shin, you can begin to straighten the right leg and straighten the left leg. Holding steady, breathe it in. Breathe it out. One more breath, inhale. As you exhale, bend that right knee, step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift, lengthen, legs are zipped up. Exhale, fold it forward. Maybe you hold on to the back of the ankles if they're available, just to allow you to come down a little bit further, drawing the elbows out to the side. You don't need to come this far. Listen to your body. Breathe it in. As you exhale, release. Sending the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through your heart center. Release them along the side of the body, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step it back with the right foot, step it back with the left. Drop your knees, release your toes. Bend the elbows, lowering yourself down. Inhale, baby cobra. Draw the shoulder blades together, gaze ahead of you. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. On the inhale, raise up high on your tiptoes. Left leg reaches up to the sky this time. Inhale. On the exhale, bend that left knee towards, so that the heel comes towards the right buttock, opening up in the hips. Inhale. Exhale, hold it steady. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend that left leg way behind you. Inhale, lower, square the hips. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift, pointing the left toes high as you can. Exhale, bend that left knee, heel to bum. Inhale, hold it steady. Exhale, hold it steady. Inhale, open that left hip a little bit further. Exhale, point the left toes. Inhale, roll the hips to level. Draw the left knee to the nose, kiss the knee. Extend it away. Bend the left knee, flip your dog. Reach that left arm back. Exhale, bringing it forward. Lift that left leg, slowly does it. Plant it down at the front of the mat. Fingers either side of that left foot. Drop the back right knee. Keep the toes tucked. Raise it up. Clasp your hands. Plant them onto the top of the left thigh. Drive that left knee forward. Open in the chest. Inhale. Exhale, keep it active. Draw the left knee forward. Keep the glutes drawing in towards each other so we're stable in the center. Last breath in. Exhale, send that left glute back. Keep the left foot firmly down on the mat. Draw the left foot back. Hold it steady. Inhale. Exhale, stay here. Inhale. Exhale, release your right toes. Sit your left glute back. Wiggle it out. Find a comfortable seated position. Remember, you can take that right foot further out to the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Option to stay here. As you exhale, if you want to come a little further, you can begin to draw the chest towards the left toes. On the inhale, we always draw it back a little. On the exhale, we try to go a little further forward, remembering it's still early in the practice. You don't need to go too far. But if you wish, you have the option to hold on to those left toes, ankle, calf, whatever's available. When you get there, draw it back and then send the chest forward. Sometimes by drawing back just a little, you can find that you can go a lot further. It's just learning, listening to our bodies, really using the breath, taking the time when you're in stillness, not to hold the breath, but to focus on lengthening as we breathe in, lengthening as we breathe out. Last breath in. And as you exhale, bringing it up, bending onto that right knee, bending into the left knee, and we're coming up into our standing split. So bending both knees as we raise that right leg up. We begin to tip it forward, keep both knees bent. Draw the belly onto the left thigh. Draw the chest onto the left shin. And only then begin to straighten left leg, right leg. Noticing if you can come just that little bit further. Inhale. Exhale, hold it steady, smile. Inhale. Exhale, bend both knees, take the right foot alongside the left, zip up in the legs. Inhale, lift, lengthen to fingertips. Exhale, fold it forward, holding onto the back of the ankles. Head hangs heavy, lengthening the back of the legs. If you need to bend the knees a little, that's fine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep it up to the sky. Hands down through your heart center, release them along the side of the body, Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step it back with the left, step it back with the right. Option to drop the knees, option to take your full vinyasa, bending the elbows along the side of the body as you hover, and then send the chest forward and up. Rolling over the toes, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. You have 5 breaths here, or take your knees wide, big toes touch. 5 breaths in your child's pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. Three more breaths, take your time. Last 2. Last 1. Everyone meeting together in your downward facing dog. Holding steady here. 1 breath in. As you exhale, we raise up high on the toes. Right leg lifts up towards the sky. Bend that right knee, kicking it open. Step it back, flip dog. Reach the right arm behind you. Exhale. This time plant the right hand down and draw that right knee in towards the chest as high up as you can, and then extend the right foot out to the side, pivoting onto the sole of the left foot as you reach the left arm up to the sky, falling star. Really nice. Option to stay here, option to bend into that right front knee as you sweep the left arm up and open. 4, 2, 4, 3. We're going for 5, 4. Keep it low. Last 1, 5. And smile, reach, lift, lengthen. Exhale, pivot onto your left toes as that right hand comes down. Extend the right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, draw your right knee to your nose. Plant it down in between the hands as you reach your arms up. Taking hold of one another, elbow. Send the chest forward, gentle back bend. Inhale. Exhale, send it up. Switch elbows, draw it back. Inhale. Exhale, arms come up. Draw the belly in so you're really strong in this lunge, crescent lunge, as you reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, release the hands either side of that right foot. Sweep the right leg up. Option to take a three-legged vinyasa, waving it forward, or you can drop the back toes. Option to take baby cobra, or lifting it up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Option as always to take your child's pose. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Two more breaths. Everyone meeting together in our downward facing dog. Inhale, high up on your toes. Left leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, bend that left knee, opening up in your hip. Step the left foot back, flip your dog, 1 breath in. On the exhale, you place the left hand down. Draw that left knee in as far forward as you can, and then stretch it through. Falling star. Option, stay here, reach the right arm up to the sky. Option to take your sweeps. 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, last one. Exhale, plant the right hand down, pivot onto your right toes, extend the left leg up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, wave it forward. Option to keep that top left leg lifted, bend at the elbows, roll over the toes, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. As you're here in your downward dog, keep it active. So start at the hands, really pushing into the pads of the fingertips, lengthening the full length of the arms, into the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears, finding space. Lengthening all the way up the back of the spine to the tailbone. Head hangs heavy. Nip the ribs in so the core is strong. Send the bum up and back. And then lengthen, only then lengthen down the back of the legs. You can have your knees bent, you can have your heels lifted. Just beginning to draw to drive the heels down. Last 2 breaths. Last breath in. As you exhale, take your gaze in between your hands, bend your knees, jumping forward as quietly as possible. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through your heart center, release them along the side of the body. Taking your hands to your hips, readjust your feet so that they're firmly down onto the ground, and then lift all 10 toes and replace them back down one at a time. Draw your glutes in, strong in the glutes. Place your balance, your weight into your left foot as you raise onto your right toes, and then draw your right knee up. Option to stay here, option to take your right hand onto the right ankle as you place it inside the left thigh. Coming into our tree pose, our Vrksasana, take your hands to your heart center, or option to extend them up to the sky. So if that right foot is inside of the left thigh, you can really feel the compression, so they're both pushing into one another. If you find yourself slipping down or rocking into the knee, avoid the knee, come to your calf, come to your ankle. Same pose, you can reach the arms up, hands to heart center, whatever feels good. You have 2 more breaths. Last breath in. If your arms were up, take them back down to heart center and then release them onto your hips. Take your right knee forward, keep that foot flexed so that the sole of the foot is facing towards the ground. Draw your belly button in. Inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to begin to tip the body forward. Keep the gaze out in front of you, particularly if you find your balance can be challenged. Keep that gaze out in front. Point that right leg behind, then level out your hips. Option arms back like wings, or if you have the space, you can send them out in front of you. Holding here, warrior three. Point those right toes. Inhale. As you exhale, release the left fingertips down to the ground. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Option to stay here in our half moon. Option to challenge yourself, bending that right knee and see if you could clasp hold of the right foot, the right ankle. And if you're there, then begin to kick it back. Breathe in. As you exhale, slowly release. Fingertips come down to the mat, bend both knees, coming back into our standing splits. So bending both knees, walk the fingers back, begin to draw belly to thigh, chest to shin, and then straighten. Inhale. As you exhale, draw everything into the center, squeeze it in, release the right foot down. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach it up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through your heart center, release them along the side of the body. Maybe you want to take some little pedals out in the feet. Release out any tension in the legs as we come on to the other side. We're grounding down, zipping up in the legs, lifting all 10 toes, hands on the hips. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly as you can, place each toe back down onto the mat. When they're there, we place our weight into our right foot, raising onto our left toes. Inhale, we raise that left knee. Foot is flexed towards the ground. Option to stay here. Option to take your left hand onto the left ankle, placing it inside of the right thigh, calf or ankle, avoiding the knee. Coming into our tree pose. Holding steady. Taking our hands to our heart center. Keep that compression. Really notice how much more stable you become when you draw the thigh into the foot into the thigh. And then draw that left knee open. So you're open in the belly, open in the hips, hands to your heart center. Option to extend them up like branches to the sky. Sorry if you're missing me at the top. My arms are extended. Inhale. As you exhale, hands come down through your heart center, holding steady. When you're ready, take your hands onto your hips. Take your left knee out in front of you. Flex that left foot. Draw the core in, strong in the core. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, begin to tip it forward. Keep that gaze out in front of you. Out in front. Keep the chest lifted so we're not dropping down. Level out the hips. Left leg is long. We come into our warrior three. Option to take the arms behind or out in front. Inhale. As you exhale, release the left fingertips down to the mat. Right hand reaches up to the sky, opening up in the hips, coming into our half moon. Option to stay here. Option to bend that left knee and see if you can hold onto the ankle. And if you're there, you can begin to draw it back. Inhale. Exhale, hold it steady, smile. Inhale. Exhale, release that back left leg. Both hands come down onto the mat. Keep the left leg lifted, bending both knees, walking the fingertips back, belly onto the right thigh, drawing the chest onto the right shin, forward fold. And when you can go no further, then we begin to straighten both legs, half splits, standing splits. Breathe it in. Exhale, bend both your knees, crunching into a little ball, and this time coming all the way down to a seated position on your mat, extending the legs out in front of you. Just remove those fleshy bits from behind you, lengthening long in the spine, arms along the side of the body. Legs are strong and really engaged so you can lift your heels up off the mat, Dandasana. Arms long and strong, hold it steady. We have 5 breaths. You can lower your heels so that they're just touching the mat, but keep those legs nice and engaged. Keep drawing that belly in. Keep lifting, opening that chest. Focusing on your breath. 3 more breaths. last breath in. As you exhale, release out the legs, maybe give them a little bit of a shake. And then we're going to draw the right knee in, cross it over the left leg, and then draw the left leg back. If that's too much, you can keep the left leg straight. Take the fingertips behind. Inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, take that left elbow outside of the right knee. Suck your belly in and twist. Often we think this is just a twisting pose, a pose to detoxing the body, but it's also a really nice hip opener. Really nice way to find openness, flexibility in the hips. So think about drawing that right knee in towards the left ribs. Deep breath in. As you exhale, take a gentle counter twist over to the left hand side. Back through centre, extend both legs. Other side, draw that left knee in, cross it over the right thigh. Option to keep that leg straight or bending into the right knee, keeping both buttocks firmly down on the mat. You can take the foot out the way. Don't ever forget you can always use your hands to adjust yourself as well. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, right arm, right elbow comes outside of that left knee. We suck the belly in, we open up. Coming into our twist, this time drawing the left knee in towards the right ribs. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe it in. Exhale, gentle counter twist over to the right. Release out the legs. Place the feet down onto the mat and slowly bring it down. Draw the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around. Give yourself a big hug, squeeze it in. And as you exhale, release it out. Coming into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Letting go of your breath. Letting go of any tension in the body. Taking any last little wiggles. Releasing anything else that needs to go out of the body. As we begin our body scan, finding softness, starting at the crown of the head. Softening into the forehead. Softening around the eyes. Softening into the cheeks, releasing any tension in the jaw, removing the tongue from the top of the mouth, maybe swallowing, allowing the lips to relax as your whole face relaxes, it softens, releasing down the back of the neck into the shoulders, the upper arm, the elbow, lower arm, into the palm of the hands, all the way to the tips of the fingers. Releasing down the back of the spine, the ribs. Softening into the heart, softening into the belly, the hips, the glutes, the upper leg, the knees, lower leg, ankles, foot, all the way into the tips of the toes. And then allowing this ripple, this wave of softness to sweep over your whole body, relaxing down into your final pose, your final resting pose, Shavasana. knowing that you can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish, or in your own time, drawing your right knee into your chest, your left knee into your chest, rocking to your right hand side, the side that fills you up with energy for your day ahead. And taking your time, bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position, resting the back of the hands on the top of the knees. Lightly touching thumb and index finger in your chin mudra, this little symbol of being present, being here in this moment. And as you settle here, offer yourself a moment of gratitude. Something that you're grateful for in your life today in this moment. Perhaps it's your practice taking time for you today. Whatever it may be, holding it close. Taking your hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Flicker open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.